MyLab Discovery Solutions. As per the instructions released by the company, it will take around 2 minutes to conduct the test and the result will appear in 15 minutes. The company will launch the product by the end of the week across the country. As per the ICMR's guidelines, the test can be used by symptomatic individuals and immediate contacts of confirmed cases. If the individual tests positive, then there is no need for an additional RT-PCR test. To discuss this, we're now joined by Hasmukh Raval, the founder and managing director of MyLab Discovery Solutions. Hasmukh, many thanks for joining us here on CNBC TV 18 and congratulations. I know that this has been long in the making. You know, globally, these rapid tests, home tests are already in use across large parts of the world. It started with countries like Slovakia, etc. Finally, the ICMR giving its go-ahead. What is this going to mean realistically in our battle against COVID?
So, of course, the concept of home-based testing started a few months back at the international level. US FDA, European guidelines also did approve it. But the problem with the country is at multi-level. It's the regional barrier, the local language, use, operation, literacy, application, IT. What we want is not only what happens at international level. What we want is more simpler, safer, and more better measures to make sure. So that's what government has been looking into, to make sure that there are many aspects where we might need to address it correctly, and that's where we have come up with the product now.
You know, this is going to be an important tool in our battle against COVID, because what we are seeing at this point in time is, you know, especially in the last few weeks, massive delays, backlogs when it comes to RT-PCR testing and so on and so forth. So this will, in a sense, address a little bit of that pain, take the pressure off there as well. Take me through how quickly these are going to be available, where can one buy them, how much is this going to cost per test?
Yeah, so I think from the coming week, you will start getting it from the local pharmacies near you. It would be available at all the pharmacies across country, as well as we'll have an online pharmacy distribution network for this, where people will be able to buy it at the comfort of their home. It would cost you around 250 rupees per test, inclusive of all taxes, across all the corners of the country, and it would be very simple to do it. It will have an application associated with it where you will be able to record your positive and negative reports and also get the report of it. Positive report will be handed to you anytime when there is a medical emergency. You will have the support from the government.
Okay, so you're saying it will be available across pharmacies for 250 rupees per test sometime starting next week. You know, I want to understand from you what's happening on the back end in being able to produce these test kits. What's the current capacity like? What do you believe the demand could possibly be?
So we have been working on this concept for last almost 5.5 to 6 months now. We have improved many versions around it to make sure that the right product is suitable for our masses. What we are doing is we have started a facility which will make around 7 million to 70 lakh tests a week, which will go to almost double the production rate by coming 2 weeks.
Okay, so current capacity is 70 lakh test kits a week, and you hope to double that?
Yes, we are going to work. What we want is to be prepared for the country. If there is a demand, we should be ready with the supply capacity rather than worrying it later. That's the ultimate aim what we are looking at right now.
Okay. Right. Hasmukh, has your test kit also been exported? Is it being used in any other international market as of today?
No, just now we have got it. We have received few queries, but our focus is absolutely India. It's a product made for India and made in India. I think our first aim is to save our home first, rather than looking into the international market later.
Fair point. But, you know, what will this mean, for instance, from a perspective of testing, tracing, and also the possibility of averting lockdowns? Do you believe that this could be a handy tool that policymakers can use effectively and minimize the need to go in for lockdowns, because this could be a faster approach to testing and tracing? Yes,
so there is a beauty of technology here. It's a hardcore test which we have made it simple, like taking a nasal swab. It's a buffer weight tube. You just add 2 drops. Very simple. But at the same time, we have added an IT component, artificial intelligence and data component to it, where we will have at any time we will know how many tests are being sold in a pin code, how many tests been reported done, how many tests been positive, how many tests are negative at a click of time. It's available in real time, I think the data like this, the confidence on managing the data like this will be a very good hands-on tool to understand the rate of testing, the rate of positivity, the rate of usage, the rate of panic and havoc at different parts of the country. And accordingly,
my final question to you, Hasmukh, since you talked about, exactly. Since you talked about data, will this data be shared with the ICMR, with other government bodies? Where is this data going to be stored? Who's accountable for it?
So data will be only and only stored with ICMR, which will be uploaded the moment the data has been pushed, and they are the authority to take decisions around it, and they are the sole body to take care to hand it over to state bodies or maybe take a decision making around it.
Okay, so you're saying that the data will be stored only with the ICMR. Hasmukh, many thanks for joining us here on CNBC TV 18 to take us through the first self-testing kit that has now been approved by the ICMR, produced by MyLab Discovery Solutions. Appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us here on CNBC TV 18. We'll take a break. There's a lot more coming up. Don't go anywhere. We're back in a moment.